happening, M-Star? Freedom to film. Pasiwi? Oh, Siwi. Sam reports, how you doing? Yeah, close to an hour ago, came out on Twitter. Got here as fast as I could. They've already done. So the report is two officers responded to a call of a man with a gun making threats. And supposedly they responded here down to the area, and the man was attempting to carjack somebody. They told him to put down the gun, apparently, and he didn't, and I guess they shot him. Well, everybody else, YouTube auditor Thomas Robinson, Bell for Freedom, Spirit, how you doing? Save the Humans, Anthony Gonzalez. I don't believe that any officers were shot. I believe they just shot the guy with the gun. So they got a large area cordoned off for this too. This is as close as I could get to it. They got Inca Street closed off at 9th. They got Galapago, the next street over, closed off at 9th. I didn't check from the north yet, but I'm guessing that they got it blocked off pretty good over there too. So there's police everywhere. Master Big Chief, how you doing? Spirit in the Sky Blue. Vet Tech Kimmy, how you doing? So, from what they're already saying, they're going to find it justifiable. Of course, what they say and what actually happened can be two different things. You guys know that already. Johnny F. Face, how you doing? News helicopter circling above. Not the police helicopter, the news helicopter. Shooting in house fire at 5th and Inca. Yeah, that's not too far from here. We've been in this neighborhood before. How many shootings today? I couldn't tell you that. This is the only officer involved shooting that I know of. That doesn't mean there wasn't any. As we learned, Commerce City doesn't advertise the shootings. Adams County rarely advertises the shootings. Denver, they're a little bit better about it, except for the ones where nobody dies, I think. So hard to say. Was it a fatality? I would guess so. Thank you, Thomas Robinson. Commander, how you doing? The red tape up tells me more than likely the man didn't make it that they shot. They got two huddles going on. One over there in front of that building, and one over there in front of that building. So they got two different huddles going on. I don't know why they got such a wide area cut off, but they do, especially to the south. How you doing, Larry Miller? In the tweet, the statement was one transported to the hospital. Well, they got red tape up, so I don't know. If he didn't make it, then red tape, tape, and the red tape's in a little bit further. Got my scanner on. I'm not hearing anything from it, hardly. I didn't get around to updating it, but I don't think that was the problem the other night. Yeah, red tape means a fatality. It's cold as hell here. It's 40s right now. But Denver didn't get a whole lot of snow. Although it helped the fires up in the mountains tremendously. They tape it to keep ghosts away. Yeah, they do. Your AC's running right now. Yeah. Don't need AC here. Need heat. It's too cold to be running a bunch of calls tonight. I'm seeing my breath out here, just standing out here, and the sun ain't even down yet. Stingray in use, quite possibly. I got 4 bars on the signal, and I'm getting a little bit of buffer spots, so I'm getting some interference. I need to get my good jacket fixed. I need to get a zipper put into it on my heated jacket. The zipper stopped working on it. I gotta get a new one sewn in it completely. It's the only bad thing I've found, other than it isn't insulated on the sleeves of it. But yeah, I need to get that taken care of here real soon. But it's gonna be back into the 80s by the weekend. I mean, that's Colorado for you. This seems to be the main scene of their site, though. This is where they got the red tape up in this area here. And and then they got the street blocked off all the way down south, 2 blocks, 2 streets blocked. So at least I found a spot I could record them at without being a block away or more. And I mean a long block, not the short blocks that go east to west. The long blocks. We're almost to the alley at 10th and Inca. So as you can see that the blocks when they go east to west are pretty short, but when they go north to south, they're pretty long. They're at least 2 blocks in length, if not a little bit more, when they go north to south compared to east to west. Is there a reason for the difference? That's just how neighborhoods were set up way back then, running north to south, and then the intersecting streets, had a longer section before they intersect. If they had the same length going east to west as they do, or north to south is the same as east to west, you'd only get about 5 or 6 houses per block. So the majority of the houses face east and west. here in this neighborhood, not north and south. They're looking for stuff on that wall over there to see if it got hit with a bullet. So they're checking the walls. There's some artwork for you. Where's the snow? Not here. Not in Denver anyway. If it was here, it's already melted. In the mountains, some areas got over a foot, including just up the road, like at Black Hawk. It's an hour away from here. Looking for bullet holes and evidence. Checking the cars, see if they got hit by any bullets. Photographing the scene. Well, some rain in California would be good, at least. Who got shot? The person they said tried to carjack some people and was out here threatening people with a gun, they said. You and Brian took a road trip through Black Hawk? Yeah, it's a nice drive up there. So the snow definitely helped with the fires here, though, to get them under control. Luna's doing good, Craigslist 04. She saw the vet yesterday. The vet gave us antibiotics to give to her, and she goes nuts over the baby food. She loves the baby food. So it's not an issue. Perfectly healthy. He's bouncing around the apartment today like you wouldn't believe, looking for trouble. Anything and everything she could get into, seemed like she was there. Bunch of crime scene guys walking around looking for evidence, I guess. I don't know what is lately with bad with the circle of death. For good. Yeah. I don't know. He was carrying a gun around with him, according to them. Apparently, he's been wandering around in this. Yeah, Carol Franklin, that's true. Until we see that body cam footage, we can't trust anything that was reported. I don't know why they got the radio going on in the car right there. How you doing, Ghost Shadow? Oh man, I really don't like that they're playing music while they're out here on a crime scene. You know, it's like, what is this, enjoyment time or something? Get to work, turn that crap off, right? We got news to report here. We don't need copyright strikes from music playing. But they're getting their huddle going over there again. Hopefully you guys can't hear the music very well. So if it's really, really quiet, you can probably hear it. So you can't hear what they're saying? No, they're far enough away where I can't hear what they're saying. For them, another day, another shooting. Yeah. We're getting some interference here. Let's try moving just a little bit, see if that helps. We're getting interference on the live stream, even with 4 bars on the signal. How you doing, Trevor? I was saying hello to Danister Echo Charlie, and it was reconnecting. Can't hear music? Good. Little Red, how you doing? Hopefully moving a couple feet over helped. Oh yeah, there's definitely interference here of some sort. Don't know what. Probably their radios, as in their official radios, not, car radios. Your phone always buffers over here? Yeah. Especially by Aurora. Yeah. They're over there laughing now. You can hear them laughing. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know about that one, FL Productions. He didn't have a gun in his hands and they killed him. This is at 10th and Inca. I'm between Inca and Santa Fe right now. I'm almost to the alley of between them. Yeah, places are corrupt. Your stream was corrupted by being close to them. Yeah, that's quite a possibility there. I couldn't tell you about the cell connection. We got 4 bars here. There's no reason for buffering. They should get this scene processed quickly though before it gets dark and get it reopened. I mean, we've been on scenes that are there for hours and hours, but they've already did their public information officer release to the media. It's already been on Twitter. How long ago did they do that? Let me think. A little bit over an hour after the incident happened, the public information officer went in front of the media. Media, from what I can tell, wasn't alerted until around 6 o'clock. And it was like, I don't know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes after 6, they're releasing, have the media here, and they're talking to the media. I'm like, damn, that's quick. So I didn't even have time to get down here before that happened. I don't think they'll have a protest tonight because of the shooting. It's cold out tonight too, so I don't anticipate there being much of a protest at this point. I mean, it's like 45 degrees here right now, I think, maybe even less. Let me check and see what the temperature is. It was 43 up in Brighton when I last checked. It is 39 degrees here right now. Yeah, I doubt that there's going to be a protest or much of a protest uh, downtown tonight, especially over this. So if the guy actually was trying to carjack somebody, that was definitely a justifiable shooting, but it does make the news. Yeah. I want to know why my scanner hasn't heard anything. Oh, I know why. It's because I'm out of range. I'm just going to turn it off for right now. I have trouble picking up uh, scanner traffic being down here by downtown, and especially south of downtown. '81 in San Diego. It'll be back in the 80s by this weekend. From what they say, they're saying is a legit shoot because the guy had a gun and was trying to carjack people, and he probably did have a gun in his hands, and he probably didn't drop it. I don't know if I can find out what really occurred. The only way I'd find that out is if I had body cam footage. So it'll be at least a day before they even release anything like that, if not more, to show that it was a justifiable shooting. They might not even release it at all. What's happening, Aggie? Now they're putting up street closed signs up on this street. These guys are walking around looking for evidence still. Not with a firearm, Chris Marcus. If he actually had a real gun, probably wouldn't have been sufficient with a taser. I mean, it's one thing if he had a knife, but if he actually had a pistol like they said he did. I think the police witnessed the carjacking attempt. Huh. Interesting travel. They got road closed signs up, so they're gonna plan on being here for a while from what it looks like. They got some interest in the building right there, and that's the veterinarian clinic, by the way, that Bandit was brought to after the emergency vet. We brought her down here to that vet. And there might be some bullet holes into it. We brought her way down here because of the cost was less. That they wanted so many tests done that we're like, is there a place cheaper that we can have these tests done? We brought her down here and it didn't do any good. She still ended up back at the emergency vet that she went to the first time. And they still couldn't help her. We're getting the party lights on, it looks like. We get the disco lights with the cherries and berries flashing. Groups more than 6. Are they trying to crack down on protesting, Rita? How you doing? Yeah, I could play the PIO statement if you guys want. He's not dead. He's injured. Okay. You want to hear it? All right, I'll play it. Stupid tape keeps blowing into me. Wind's picking up a little bit. Trying to get their attention for this lady. She's trying to get their attention so she can get access to in there or something. There ain't none of them near me now. Go figure. All right. Yeah, it's red tape thing.
Hey, I'm Division Chief Ron Thomas. That's RONTHOMAS. Here to brief on a critical incident that occurred here at about 10th and Osage. At about 10 minutes to 5 this afternoon, the police received several calls on a man who was threatening people with a weapon, displaying the weapon in the area of about 11th and Osage. Officers arrived pretty quickly to the area of 10th and Osage and saw an individual who had a weapon in hand and was threatening individuals that were stopped in a car. The officers immediately exited their vehicles and challenged that person who was threatening those individuals in the vehicle. That individual then turned their attention to the officers and began advancing on the officers in a threatening manner. The officers continued to issue challenges to the individual to drop the weapon and stop their advance, and ultimately fired shots at the individual, causing injury to the individual. The suspect was transported to the hospital to be treated for the injuries. Officers have been transported to headquarters to be interviewed as part of our investigation that will take place in conjunction with the Aurora Police Department, and ultimately the investigation will be submitted to the Denver District Attorney's Office.
Chief Thomas, what was the weapon that the person had?
It's a handgun.
I gotta move the tripod. You gonna back up over here?
I don't believe so. Just several calls of an individual who was waving a gun around. I don't know the reason why, but several calls had come in from citizens having observed this particular individual, and officers wrote down scene pretty quickly and observed just that. Not that we're aware of at this time.
Were you able to talk to the victim?
Suspect at all?
Excuse me?
Can you describe
It's an adult male.
Were you able to talk to the people that this person was threatening?
Yes.
Did they know this person?
Don't believe so, no.
Your suspect knew you. Have you encountered him before?
That's not something that we know at this time.
How many officers were out?
2 officers that were involved at this time.
How many fired their weapon?
Just the 2 officers fired their weapons.
What's the challenge in a situation like this? We're right next to a busy Santa Fe. There are a lot of homes around, stuff like this, some guys waving a gun around in the street. What's the biggest challenge for police as far as police staying safe?
Well, certainly a considerable challenge for both the public and the officers. Certainly we want to be careful, discharging our weapons at a public place. But I know that the officers were.
They don't care when it's pepper balls
backdrop as they were challenging
or the 40
that
millimeters,
individual,
the rubber bullets.
Chief, we just joined you live. Can you just talk?
I got beginner sticks, Master Big Chief.
Just turn it down.
So again, about 10 minutes after 5, officers received a call of a man with
First he said 10 minutes before 5, then he said 10 minutes after 5. Did you guys catch that?
In Osage, and saw an individual actually threatening individuals in a motor vehicle.
10 minutes till 5 and then 10 minutes after 5. Two different times were reported to the media already.
That individual with weapons drawn. That individual then began walking towards them, threatening them. They issued verbal challenges to that individual to get them to stop it, and ultimately the officers fired shots.
You say carjacked, was there any entry into the vehicle of your victims to try to get that stopped?
They were threatening the individuals inside of that car, had stopped the vehicle and was threatening the individuals inside that car.
We know these things happen. Do you have any words of wisdom?
She knows these things happen.
Regarding if you're ever approached by
I'm
someone
glad
like
she's
this,
the news. She knows these things happen.
like she's getting out of there.
Well, this particular situation, the individual had stopped them and was threatening them with the weapon. And, I think the safest thing to do is try to remove yourself from that situation. And certainly property like your vehicle is not worth your life. So if you're challenged in that fashion, I think that you give up that property and let the police do the job and recover that vehicle.
How many rounds were fired by the officers?
That's part of the investigation. I don't know the answer to that at this time.
And the people inside the car, were they a family? Do we know relation to each other?
I don't know what the relation was with the people that were in the vehicle. I just know that there were more than one person in the vehicle.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And that's that. So that's all the information that they gave on it. Actually, MD, a lot of the information isn't even on Twitter. A lot of the information's on the scanners. And they blocked Denver's scanners by encrypting them. So I picked up 4 of the shootings the other night from the scanner. None of it was on Twitter for Adams County. Denver, those were on Twitter, and therefore they had stringers on them. Meteorologists get their weather from the Weather Channel. Yeah. So, looks like they're going to be standing around for hours out down here. I don't really want to be standing out here for hours in this cold, being 39 degrees. Poor Dirt Farmer, how you doing? So, I don't know how much longer we're going to be down here. Alien Alphabet was at LA protest. Yeah, he was there the one night too. I was watching his stream. I was watching his stream, I think it was the same night that it happened that they went down and protest. I was watching his stream. And they busted up the protest, of course. Imagine that. They keep busting up the protests, declaring them illegal, and opening up on everybody. You don't even have to be near the protest to be shot at. You can be going down the street, blocks away from it, and the cops will come by and shoot you down there now. Any stringers? I haven't had any stringers today that showed up so far. Yeah, no stringers currently. Oh man, shoot some fireworks up. Yeah, don't have fireworks here in Denver that you can buy. You have to go up to Wyoming to buy them. I remember during the 4th of July time period, they were putting out tweets about catching people with tons, literally tons, of fireworks that they were reselling to people here in Denver area. Oh, is that one report like 8 tons of fireworks or something like that? I forgot what it was. It was a large amount, enough to blow up the guy's house. Let's put it that way. Yeah, yeah. Tom Zebra. Yeah. He does really good work. Yeah, we can buy pot, but not fireworks. Yes. There's dispensaries everywhere out here. So I don't know if there's actually a protest tonight. I could probably get a hold of Brian and find out. Alien Alphabet, yeah, out of the blue. I was watching his stuff that one night. Dedicated, yeah. Or, well, if it's that hot out, you know, if you're comfortable in your underwear, at least you're not naked. I don't think naked cop watching has become a thing yet. And we're getting some buffer spots again out here. Or most of them aren't even in sight anymore. It's like they all disappeared. Well, I guess they're down the street, down there. I could pioneer naked cop watching. Oh, don't ask me. That's funny. Tan bodysuits. Well, tonight's definitely not the night to go naked cop watching. Too damn cold. So maybe by this weekend it'll be warm enough to do that during the day. Probably not at night. But you'd probably have a better chance doing it at night, not getting caught. Oh, sorry to hear that, Rob. All right. That's funny too. Tampering with the evidence. Is streaking out onto the soccer fields and football fields still a thing? I remember, 70 to 80, 90, some in the 2000s for people going out there streaking. But I haven't watched much of sports in the past 10 years at least. So I don't know if that's still a thing or not. Yeah, comedy chat. Oh man, you guys are coming up with some good ones. 3 to 4 years back, nothing recent. Fines are probably big now. Could be. I don't know. They're still all wandering around out there. I don't think they're going to be here that much longer though. It's getting dark out, so they had to find all their evidence when it was still light out. Now they'd have to use flashlights to find it. So I think they did all their searching while it was still light out. I'm certainly interested in that pickup truck up there. The shooting must have happened right here at this spot because they keep looking over these vehicles for bullet holes. Wonder if there's somebody in that one behind the pickup truck that's playing the music. If they're waiting to get out of here and they can't leave until they tell them he can. But I would have thought that they would have looked over his vehicle a long time ago and released him. Could be some overtime, yeah. That's if it's an officer's vehicle. I don't know if it's an officer's vehicle or not. He definitely isn't that interested in it. Yeah, he's looking at it. He's definitely looking at it. Maybe it was here during it. Oh man. That's always a good question, High Pockets. They probably put her in jail for it. Serial streaker. Precinct training. You never know. Hey Tuck, how you doing? They're looking like they're moving with the purpose to get out of here, maybe. We shall see. They're going over there to the alley. Oh, they're going over here to the side of the building. I don't know where they're heading. They're not going to go too much further than the tape, though. Unless they're getting out of here. Tape actually goes to the corner, by the way. Well, they put him in the hospital, at least cash flow. They're all behind the car over there. Can't see what they're doing. They put him in the hospital, put some holes in him. Looks like they get to exit out the alley and get out of here. Or no, they're taking it into the building. That's an automotive place. Oh man. Definitely getting colder out here. I didn't bring the heaviest gear to stay warm. Yeah, that's that chant the officer responsible. Their name. I don't know if it was a she. I thought it was a he. They didn't say what the color of their skin was or anything. From what I gathered, I don't remember them saying anything about that. I didn't say anything about his race, color of his skin, nothing. Somebody keeps turning on their lights on their car behind me. They're not in it. They're using a button key fob. Yeah, it looks like they're wanting to get out of here.
I haven't. I'm gonna have them move their cars. We don't need them. These ones right here. Just have them bring them out here. Oh yeah. And then I'll do here.
They're going to be shuffling cars. You can hear sirens. Of course, that could be an ambulance. We're sort of near Denver Health. So it could very well be an ambulance going out. Yeah, these two guys are in their cars wanting to move them. So, looked like Tuck went live. I wonder if the protest going on in Arizona. Anybody know? Updates on the fire. Fire was didn't grow any larger because of the snow, and it's helping them contain it. So with any luck, they'll get a big jump on the containment on it because all the snow they had up there. They had like a foot of snow up there on the fire. The one up by Fort Collins. I think it's Cameron Peak or something like that.
How you doing tonight?
All right, how you doing?
Good.
All right, I think I'm gonna call it for this scene because they're just gonna be moving cars around now. From what it looks like. I mean, they're photographing that one out there in the intersection on the left, but it's getting hard to see anything, and it's getting colder. So I'm gonna call it for this stream. So probably head home and watch some more protests. Quitter. Yeah, damn right I'm a quitter tonight. I ain't waiting these guys out, not for this scene. If it was warm out, I'd say sure, I'd get out my chair. But it's too cold to be standing out here for the hours they're going to be out here. So let's go watch some protests on the tube. Damn right I'm a wuss on that. It's funny cold. All right, guys, thank you guys for joining. Let's go watch like Tuck on his protest or whatever he's got going. I think he's got a protest. I need to get it repaired, Pepper Brooks. I need a new zipper sewn into it, and I haven't done it. I haven't thought about it all summer until it started getting cold. I'm like, damn, I need to get that thing fixed. So I'll see about getting it into the shop to get it sewn in. Tuck is a protest, yeah. So once I have my heated jacket, it'll make things easier out here. But it's gonna be back into the 80s by this weekend, but it's still a perfect time to get the jacket fixed. Yeah, it's cold in Colorado. It's gonna warm back up though. So all right, everybody head over to like Tuck. Go watch his stream. If he's got a protest going on, might be something good. These guys are all boring. I thought I had a notification that he went live. Let me see here. Let me check. No, that wasn't Tuck. It was Fuck the Police. So, sorry, I thought it was Tuck, but it wasn't. So, I don't know if they got protests going on up there where he's at or if he's just doing his normal thing. It's colder than 40 degrees here.
No.
But
Mine doesn't have this.
I'm going to head out. Thank you guys for joining. We'll catch you on the next one. All right. All right, how you doing?